All right, next up, since we went over my new comic book day hauls, let's do some action figure reviews and unboxings. We've got 3 action figures here today. The first one up, really excited about this one. It was a pre-order. I believe this is straight from the McFarlane store. We have the Shazam, dude. Excellent stuff here, man. Really look forward to this one. It's a page puncher, so you know the sides are a little boring, but on the back there we get the Shazam #1. This is the Dawn of DC run. Mark Waid, Dan Mora. So looks like this action figure is kind of based on the Dan Mora design. The only thing wrong here is probably the face sculpt. Just maybe his eyes are a little too, I don't know, like he's squinting or something. But you know, we got a couple hand swaps. You get that card in the back. It doesn't look like it's gonna be, yeah, it's not a flight stand, which is a little unfortunate. But we do get like a dinky little DC stand, and then I believe this thing is, you know, it goes around his neck. Kind of matches this thing that's going on. So yeah, that's the first one we got. We got that Shazam. We'll get that open, and I'll pose it for you guys and show you all that stuff. Next up, we've got the Jack Kirby action figure. Been looking for this one for a while. I found it at Newberry Comics. Really happy to find that one. And yeah, this is from NECA. I guess it's technically part of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles line, but I'm not, you know, collecting Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles by any means, but when I saw this Jack Kirby figure, I mean, come on, they made a figure of the king. You gotta pick it up, right? So looking forward to that. The art on the side is really cool too. Got that portrait of Jack Kirby, some poses on the back there, shows you what you can do. He's got like a pencil and a notepad, and then it's got like that, I don't know, creepy little dude. Not really sure. I'm not too into like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle lore, so I'm not sure what that guy's deal is, but yeah, man, excited about this Jack Kirby figure. Like I said, man, we'll get this open and show you guys all the poses and stuff. We also have, last figure for this comic book Christmas, we've got the Ben Reilly Spider-Man. So it's got that classic packaging. Big fan of Marvel Legends that have that classic packaging. As you guys can see, this is his more modern suit. So, you know, it's not his like Scarlet Spider suit, you know, with the hoodie and everything, but I still really like this look for Ben Reilly Spider-Man, his more modern kind of look. I always thought that Spider-Man symbol was super sick. Show you guys the side's a little boring. The back, so you can see everything else in that wave. The symbiote Spider-Man, that'd be cool to get at some point. And then a couple other Marvel villains there. But yeah, man, excited about this figure. Looks like we got a couple hand swaps as well. Same thing, man. We'll get this guy open and start posing him. So yeah, first up though, let's do that Shazam, dude. I'm excited about that Shazam. So let's get that thing open. Alrighty, fresh out the box, we've got the Shazam, dude. So like I was saying, man, I think this is based on the Dan Mora design. You know, you might wish that the lightning bolt in the middle was like a yellow. It is a white with like a gold trim. As I'm showing you guys this, he's got the cape, dude, the wired cape with the wire that runs across the bottom. You guys are seeing the bright red, the really bright yellow as well with the gold accents, you know, here and there. But yeah, man, let's get this guy underneath the camera so you can see him in a little bit more detail. So yeah, dude, looks like this guy has your typical McFarlane posing. This body buck might be based on like a Superman. I'm not too knowledgeable enough to know for sure. The gauntlets are pretty cool. I'm noticing that. And then his hands are like, maybe they're kind of big. Maybe he's got giant hands, but I guess you'd expect that from Shazam, right? Like I said, he's got 2 hand swaps. So you got your fists there, and then he's got the this thing that goes around his neck. Let's try to put that on just to see what's going on there. But so it goes around the neck. We'll try to put his like flared. We'll do like this. Slip it on. I might cut this whole part out of the video. Who knows? Okay. It's kind of interesting that they just don't like put it on him by default, but yeah. So it looks like he does have the ability to put it on there. Maybe it goes underneath like the entire cape. Actually, maybe that makes more sense. But we'll do this for now. So yeah, that's the thing that goes around his neck. In terms of you know, his legs, oh geez, wow, he can do the real splits, dude, unlike some McFarlanes who you know, are not able to. Let's see him do a high kick. That's a pretty high kick, man. You get your crunchy double jointed knees there. And of course you get that ratcheted ball joint that they use for the ankles, and you get that toe articulation there, of course. In terms of his T-pose, he's doing one of these for a T-pose. That's pretty good. His head, oh yeah, you get some like nice range on his head. You guys are seeing there, that's the down, that's the up. So pretty good there. Should be able to do a flight pose no problem. Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty good flight pose there. Let's see how his ab crunch is. Okay, you know, not the worst I've seen from McFarlane. You'd probably want it just a tad more, but that's pretty workable for sure. Yeah, man, you get the double jointed elbows. Nice crunchy double jointed elbows there. Yeah, dude, I would say this is a pretty well articulated figure as far as McFarlane's go. And of course, you get that wired cape though. I mean, that's the big sell. The wired cape for me is super sick. And then, yeah, the only thing negative I have to say about this figure really is just the portrait. Just the eyes, honestly. I mean, the hair looks great, the jaw, the shape of the head itself looks great. It's just those eyes look a little squinty. Like you can't really see his eyes. So, in terms of face sculpts though, I mean, it could have been a lot better, I guess, right? So, or a lot worse. So, we'll definitely take this for a Shazam figure, man. This is gonna go right on the Justice League shelf. I'll show you guys the card as well if anyone wants to pause it. Learn a little bit more of Billy Batson Shazam. Awesome stuff there. The art card actually does not match the Dan Mora cover for Shazam issue number 1, the Dawn of DC series. So thought that was interesting, but yeah, that's what we got for the Shazam. Of course, you got the Dinky stand that I mentioned earlier. So yeah, next up, let's open up that Jack Kirby figure, dude. Alrighty, fresh out the box, we've got the Jack Kirby action figure from NECA. If you could focus on him. Okay, cool. So he's got like that cell shaded kind of look. He's got his, what is that, a green sweater, dude. He got his blue jeans, a nice pair of boots down there. Well, not boots, but like leather shoes, right? So yeah, I think they did a great job on this Jack Kirby figure. The face sculpt's pretty solid as well. Let's get this guy under the camera just because this thing's not really working. Yeah, so this is the Jack Kirby figure, like I was saying. Really excited to have it. In terms of, you know, articulation, this is my first ever NECA, so I'm not sure really what to expect. It seems like his arms, you can't really get a T-pose like at all. It seems like his sweater's kind of blocking that there. They are 360. You get a double jointed elbow, it looks like. So you do get a double jointed elbow there. Of course, his rolled up sleeves, his hands go all the way around. His knees, you got a double jointed knee there. No toe articulation though, notice that. In terms of like when are you gonna make Jack Kirby get into a high kick? I don't know, but that's his high kick. Does Jack Kirby do the splits? Jack Kirby sort of does the splits, bro. Maybe not as much as you'd like if you're trying to get him to do the splits. I guess his torso goes 360 if that's something you're into as well. In terms of things that he comes with, I mean, we got a bunch of accessories. So to match Jack Kirby, we got his little tiny pencil. I mean, look at how tiny this thing is, dude. I'm gonna lose this thing. Like immediately, I'm gonna lose this thing unless it's in Jack Kirby's hand. We also have a notepad, as you see there. I think that's, you guys probably can't see it, but that looks like Donatello. It says Don there as one of the words. So I believe that's Donatello. So yeah, that's what comes with the Jack Kirby. It also comes with this, like, I don't know, bro. Is this a Jack Kirby Team NT creation or something? But it's got like this devil-looking dude who comes with like a little weapon, little pitch axe type of thing to go into the weirdo's hand. And I think this dude, okay, I thought this might be for the little demon dude. I guess it might be, but dude, is this thing for Jack Kirby, bro? Is Jack Kirby locked and loaded with like a missile launcher? Maybe, bro. That might be for Jack. That might be for Jack, dude. All right, cool. So we got that, and then comes with a couple hand swaps. I'll be honest with you guys, looking at the hand swaps, I mean, two of these look exact. They look like, what's the difference? Okay, so you have some that are kind of like cupped, some cupped hands there, and then these ones are maybe his artist hands. So And this one he holds the notebook. Looks like it's wide enough for the notebook, and then this hand's probably for the pencil. So yeah, looks like you get some cupped hands, and then you get some more artsy hands. I like the little detail with the hand hair, or the back of the hand hair. That's interesting. So yeah, really cool stuff there, man. Got the Jack Kirby action figure. That's gonna find a nice spot on the shelf, man. A lot of fun. Probably, I don't know where to put it. Maybe on the Marvel shelf. That kind of makes sense a little bit, but yeah, dude. Jack Kirby, ready to punch some Nazis in the face, dude. Right on. Let's open up. Next up, Ben Reilly Spider-Man, bro. Let's get it open. Alrighty, fresh out the box, we've got the Ben Reilly Spider-Man. Really cool stuff there. Great Spider-Man portrait. I'm pretty standard and default there. You know, he's got the really cool suit, man. I've always loved this suit. You know, take some creative liberties from the classic Spider-Man suit, but you know, it's not Peter Parker, right? It's Ben Reilly, so it makes sense why it's slightly different. Like that blue, like that red. His Spider-Man symbol's looking pretty good as well. Let's get this guy under the camera. Alrighty. So, in terms of articulation, oh man, I mean that's lame as hell. So this is as much of a T-pose as he can do. It looks like his body sculpt kind of stops the shoulders from extending upwards more than that. That's kind of lame. You do get the, what do they call, the butterfly joint for his arms. I guess that's appreciated, right? So you could probably do some crossed arms type of stuff. But that's a shame as far as the T-pose goes. That's kind of lame. You know, you get your 360 bicep swivel, you get your double jointed elbows, you know, 360, you know, wrist as well. That does have, you know, all the hands have like a slight bend to them, so that's cool. The head goes up a lot, goes down a lot. That's cool. Marvel Legends never had that issue, right? So that's cool. Ab crunch. Oh yeah, dude. Spider-Man's doing his crunches for sure, man. So that's a good ab crunch there. You know, I like the way Marvel Legends does their kind of crotch joints or whatever. So that's about as far as a split that he can do. Maybe it's a little disappointing. In terms of a high kick, this is why I think with the Marvel Legends crotch joint, you're able to do a super high kick. This is kind of weird, something I'm noticing. So you see this little like connector peg there? I mean, it's red, whereas the other one is blue. So it kind of just sticks out. It's like a little red dot on the inside of his legs there. That's a little weird. You get that double jointed, not as crunchy as McFarlane, but you get that double jointed knee joint. And then of course, you cannot really, I mean, the ankles are kind of tweaking out here when I'm trying to spin them. So maybe they don't do 360, unless you want them to look like that. Kind of like a freak dude. No toe articulation either. That's something that Marvel Legends does lack. But yeah, man, overall, I'd say this is pretty like standard Marvel Legends. It kind of just is a skin swap of the Amazing Fantasy reissue that I have back there. No accessories really to speak of, except for, you know, obviously on the default figure, you've got your Spidey thwip hands. In the package though, you get your two crawly hands. You guys are seeing there's slight bit of detail on, you know, a couple of his fingers. You get that Spider-Man decal, otherwise it's just blue. And then you get your punchy hands. Some fists down there. So yeah, man, you get your crawly, your punchy, and your thwippy. Really exciting stuff there, man. This is gonna find a nice spot on the Marvel shelf, dude, for sure. Those are all the action figures that we got in this comic book Christmas part 2. Of course, we got the Shazam, the Ben Reilly Spider-Man, and the Jack Kirby action figures. Let's try to get a good shot of all of them together. Really awesome stuff there, man. So yeah, those are the action figures we got in this comic book Christmas part 2. Thank you guys for watching. Next up, we'll do those collected edition comic books, so stay tuned for that.